audio. In 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 audio.
Yes, people. What's going on? Welcome to ThanI TV, and we are live with another video. A breaking news. Sheikh Jassim bin Hamad Al ThanI has made an official bid. Qataris are coming. They are on their way. We got Flawless in the building. We'll see him soon. We got man like Zishan in the building. Zishan, what are you telling me? What you telling me?
Assalamu alaikum, brother.
Wa alaikum salam, brother. What are you telling me?
I'm good, bro. How are you, man? How are you?
Yeah, man, not too bad, man. I'm not gonna lie
Yeah.
to you, man. I'm gassed right now. I'm gassed. You know what I'm
Bro.
saying to you? I heard you've been digging, you know what I mean? You've been researching, you've been analyzing. They didn't
That's
want to
it, man.
believe in you. You know, they want to believe in your sources and the people that told you so. Shout out to
You know
the
what I'm
people
saying?
as well. But
Shout out
yeah,
to the
man, what are you
people.
doing?
Yeah, man. Look, it's just been a long few months ever since the Glazers put out that statement that they're looking for investment. And yeah, here we are. Soft deadline day. Qatari bid in. I don't know, it's just exciting, but I just got a feeling. I don't know, man. I just got a feeling there's more. There's so much more to come. I just feel like the Premier League and this country, the reports I've seen today, I just think there's so much backlash to come from this.
Yeah, but listen, stuff them lot.
I don't know.
Stuff UEFA, stuff the Premier League. The Qataris are coming, and you ain't gonna do anything about it. They're coming to take over the Premier League. Man United are back. We're coming.
United back.
We're coming to collect it all.
It's
Are
game
you mad?
over. It's game over.
We're taking
Biggest club in the
over.
world.
We're not here to take part. We're taking over. You lot, be scared. Man United are coming. We're on our way. We're Man United, and we're never gonna stop. Ole, 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 ola.
Yeah.
Big up to the people in the building. We got man like Grizz Khan in the building. He says, hi, Zishan. Football carnage. You get me, Zishan and Grizz, man. They're good friends, good pals, you get me? We got HKM Music with the donations. It's fucking lit. It's the rival fans already shitting themselves. They are shitting themselves, mate. Double A to the building. Double A. What are you telling me, man? Fresh trim settings. You get me? What are you
Bro.
telling me, man?
First thing you gotta say in it is Assalamu alaikum, my brothers.
Wa
That's
alaikum
what we're
salam.
saying.
Alaikum
Salam.
salam, brother.
We're here. We're finally free. This is the big thing, man. We're free, man. Mate, it's the start of a process. We know that, but the fact that it's confirmed the bid has gone in 5 billion, you believe, mate. It's a day we've dreamed for. For me personally, the day that the Glazers are going, I'm just happy about that. That's the big thing for me. That's the takeaway point for me. It's not, that it's money coming in. We're potentially going to be the biggest club in the world again. That's all great. For me, it's confirmation that the leeches are going. That's all I care about. That's all I've wanted since 2005. So that day is here, and I'm just happy about that, bro. Just happy about that. Big up everyone, and big up the chat. It's just, it's great to be here, man. As always.
Absolutely. We're going to bring a statement here from Sheikh Jassim bin Hamad Al Thani. He says today confirmed his submission of 100% bid of Manchester United Football Club. No partial sale, 100%. He wants it all. He wants the full shenanigans, people. The bid plans to return the club to its former glories, both on and off the pitch. And above all, we'll seek to place the fans at the heart of Manchester United Football Club once more. The bid will be completely debt-free. Are you hearing that? None of this get a loan to then wipe out the loan to then get another loan. None of that nonsense, yeah? He's coming in debt-free. Listen, all your worries about the debt gone. Via Sheikh Jassim 92 Foundation, which will look to invest in football teams, the training centre, the stadium, and the wider infrastructure, the fan experience, and the communities the club supports. The vision of the bid is for Manchester United Football Club to be renowned for the football excellence and regarded as the greatest club in the world. Listen, we already are, but we have to just emphasise that a little bit more. More details of the bid will be released when appropriate, when the bid process develops. Zishan, man, chat to me about that statement right there, man.
Bro, it's exciting, man. It's literally someone who's a big fan of the club and who's got money we can only dream of, and he's doing it the right way. It's a completely debt-free bid. That's the most important thing. The other person, Sir Jim Ratcliffe, who we all know is involved in a deal for Manchester United as well. He's looking at borrowing money, and look, you can say whatever he wants about it being a completely debt-free bid, but the fact he's got Goldman Sachs involved, JP Morgan, it's not going to be a completely debt-free bid, and this is the only one that we need to focus on right now. It's the Qatari bid.
Absolutely. So what we can realize from what I can see on the reports is that he's the chairman of one of Qatar's banks, QIB. Like I said, he's confirmed the submission of a bid for 100% sale, people. He wants to buy the football club, and the bid, which we are rumored to believe, Double A, is £5 billion. £5 billion. Do you think that will be enough to kind of be the kind of one that kind of buys Man United Football Club? I know there's going to be other people. The soft deadline has passed, so we'll find out who comes in and bids. But, £5 billion, is that going to be enough for you, Double A? What do you reckon?
It's enough for me. If you want to give me that for Man United, I'll take it all day long, mate. Absolutely. Yeah, of course. It's enough for me. I think it's enough for everyone. The most important people that you need to ask the question to is the Glazers. Is that enough for them? And what they'll be wanting now is Sir Jim's not going to raise that. I think Sir Jim was probably tapped out $4.5 billion, if you believe the numbers that were banding around. I don't think he can go. Apart looking at the wealth that they have, is it 325 billion that dwarfs his owners? Listen, what the Glazers want now is a bidding war. They want someone else. We don't know. Apparently, there's rumored 5 bidders, so we know of 2. So who are the other 3? Have they got enough money to compete against the $5 billion that apparently has already gone in? I think they want 6 to 7. I think that's what the Glazers are hoping for, being as they are and greedy as they are. So I think it's a starting point, and it's a very good price considering they've never put a penny of their own money into the club. I don't think it's the last we'll hear. I think there could be a little bit of a bidding war. Maybe it goes to 6.5, and then you'll probably see the owner of Manchester United. I think, but it's just exciting, isn't it? I mean, it's the day, like I say, it's the day we've all wanted. The clarification of when was it? Last October, November, when the rumors started coming out about they were looking to sell. It's taken a long time. You know, we're in deep in February now. We're hoping it's going to be done by the end of March, start of April, for then we can start the season, start the summer. But again, they'll drag their heels to get what they want. The Glazers, they're in no rush. You know, you probably believe they will take their time. But yeah, let's get them out. I don't care really. It's just it sounds good what the plans they've got and what they're proposing for not just the men's team, the women's team, the youth. The area in general all sounds what we want owners to have for Manchester United. So if that's true, get them in, and I'll buy a Qatar kit next week, 100%.
Absolutely. Before we bring in Flawless, we've got a couple of super chats here. PSG have not done well. Plus, Newcastle are richer, so you will have to compete with them. Maybe Glazers can buy Spurs. Listen, the Glazers can do whatever they want, mate. Listen, for all we can, man. As long as they're out the door, mate, we couldn't care less where they go. Big up to Russ Manx, says my mate Shane is wearing a thobe and dancing like an Arab watching your stream. Yo, big up Shane, man. Keep dancing. You know what I mean? Put a little bit of Arabic songs in the background. You get me? Like, love your life, man. Enjoy your life, man. Enjoy your life.
What's dancing like an Arab look like? I need to know what this looks like. Can you send the video or something? I want to know what the moves are, man. Come on.
I'm telling you, man, they got moves in it, and it's good in it. It's filthy rich.
I need evidence. I need evidence of that, to be honest.
Yeah, man, 100%, man. Everybody will be. The local John will be doing it. The local, you know what I mean? Everybody in their job, man. I'll be dancing like an Arab, man. It's mad. You get me? Flawless. What are you telling me, man? He wants to invest in women, which is well needed as well. Yeah, everyone, man. Everyone. Listen, this is a full package, man. But Flawless. You seen the news? What are you saying, man? The Qataris are coming, hopefully, man.
Yeah, hopefully. Big up for having me. Apologies on the lateness as well. My apologies on that, but big up for having me, man, as always. Yeah, man, you said it as I was joining, as you were speaking on it, and you were saying this is the day all Manchester United fans have been waiting on. This is it. One thing all Manchester United fans across the globe are all united on, no pun intended, is getting the Glazers out. That's the one thing we agree on. We'll disagree on managers, we'll disagree on players, but one thing is we don't like the Glazers and we want them out. I read the full statement that got put out, and it was saying it's an official bid that has been made, and the Glazers still have to accept. So it's not done yet. So that's how I'm looking at it, but it's promising. I just wanted an official bid made. Now we have something solid to actually talk about now. You know what I'm saying? Facts. It's not our hypotheticals. Now we can look into whoever's taken over and look at what they've done previously and how much money they're bringing. And the fact that they're talking about taking Manchester United back to the top, and you mentioned it there, the men's team, they're talking about the women's team, the youth, investing in the stadium. These are all the things we wanted. These are all the things we wanted in a new owner. I didn't care where the new owner was from. I said, make sure that you have the football club's footballing interest at heart. That should be number one priority. And from what we've heard so far, that seems the way. But them Glazers still have to accept this bid because there's still much more to go in regards to it. So, yeah, man, promising though. Great start.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got a guy here, Majid Khalifi. Don't know if you know Zishan, but he said it yesterday. And then now he's put that there as well. So, bro, man, Zishan, man, it's looking good, man. It's looking good. How swiftly do you reckon we should hear some developing stories now? Obviously, the Glazers have to come back now. What's the next protocols now for those that don't know? You know what I mean? That are watching right now.
It's looking good, man. The next protocol is for the Glazers to now get involved with the Rain Group. So I think the Glazers will decide whether they want to go ahead with a full sale of Manchester United. That's the big thing. Whether they look at what's been offered to them by the Qataris, by the other bidders. We're hearing there could be an offer from a US investment, US consortium backed by private equity, and also maybe a potential bid coming in from Saudi Arabia as well. But there's more to it in the back. I'd say I think there's more bidders involved now. It's in the Glazers' hands. It's do they actually think they can get that 6 to 7 billion pound value that they value Manchester United at. What I'm hearing is the same as what the Twitter account Qatari put out today. Just under 5 billion pound for complete ownership. That clears all the debt. But yeah, it's looking good. I'd say from now until I think we could be selling the Glazers. We could get rid of the Glazers by, I'd say, end of April.
Wow. That's what we want to hear, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, swiftly, before the transfer window opens, before any kind of shenanigans, time to prep, time to analyze what they need, time to come in and see what the football club is, maybe watch a few games before the end of the season. Get a feel, man. Live in Manchester, you know what I'm saying? I'll take you for a tour, man. Sheikh I'll take you for a tour, bro. We can go, you know what I'm saying? I'll take you to, you know what I mean, Echimeme. We'll go for a nice steak. Bro, I'll look after you, man. Come early, man. Come early. I'll take you around the streets of Manchester and we'll have a laugh, man. You know what I'm saying, man? Come early, man. Come early. Big up my guy, Shane Malone, becoming a member of the channel. Appreciate it, man. Guys, it's over 900 of you in the chat, guys. Make sure you guys like the video, man. If you feel Qatari today, yeah, like the video. If you feel rich, like the video. If you feel Man United back, like the video, man. And make sure you subscribe and following these guys on their channels as well. The links are in the description as well. We're just going to read a few tweets from Ben Jacobs, who you know, has got a lot of information on this. He says here, Sheikh Jassim bin Hamad Al ThanI is confident in his Man United bid, but important to stress it's only an initial offer and one that will be changeable. Now the real due diligence starts, which will be defined the final number. The confidence comes from the fact it's a debt-free bid. That's again another situation that you know other people are taking out loans. This is debt-free bid. But the group have worked tirelessly to not only assess their approach, personnel, and strategy, but ensure their vision is clear to invest in the club at all levels. As reported, it was seen as important they went public before the deadline as quickly as possible. 3-4 groups expected to place outright offers and bids welcome even after soft deadline, which has now passed. Glazers still have no unfiled family approach as to whether they will accept an outright sale. So nothing is guaranteed until family align. But Qatar feel optimistic. Listen, man, Double A, man, it all just kind of, it leads to, for me, the debt-free one is the key bit, isn't it, Double A? The fact that they are willing to wipe out the debt. And that doesn't kind of lead in with what they're supposedly bidding for Man United,
I think, we mentioned it earlier about sort of Jim Ratcliffe having to sort of look for loans and get banks involved and stuff like that. And I think it's very important for Manchester United, having lived under this debt cloud for 17, nearly 18 years. We had, was it that City chant about get someone Ocean Finance on the phone? So we had chants against being in debt. The great Manchester United, the biggest club in England, potentially the world, having songs sang about us because we had no money when previously we'd never been in debt before. So it's very important for Manchester United to get, or Manchester United fans to get from under that cloud of having, how after 18 years can the debt be getting bigger and the debt not being serviced? They've absolutely run amok, the Glazers. They've absolutely took us for mugs for too long, and longer than what it should have done. They should have had the club anyway. And you can see now how when people buy clubs, they have a thing called the Glazer clause that stops them doing it how the Glazers have done it. That's how bad and twisted and corrupt it was. A loophole's a loophole, though, I guess. But that's the two most important things to me. I said earlier that their Glazers are actually going, and it means a lot that the club and the new owners have the right mentality, have the right structure, and have the right goals to make Manchester United the club that we all know it has been and want it to be again. And these people in the chat going on about state ownership and human rights and all this, but let's not kid ourselves. This only ever gets mentioned when it's football, because there shouldn't be this stigma around money from the Middle East, because it's in everyday life. It's in everything that we do. The car you drive, the company that, the brand of car probably has Middle East investment and everything like that happens in the world. So
Yeah.
Why is it such a problem when it comes to football clubs? As long as these owners have the right morals and structure and want to be invested in the community. You can mention Man City, and we live in Manchester, so we know what it's like going around Beswick and seeing what they've done to Beswick. I grew up around East Manchester. That was a shithole before they got there. It was not a place to be. It was not a nice place. It's not great now, but let me tell you, before the City owners got there, it was a shithole. So
yeah, the way they built around it is nice. The surrounding area. The stadium's a shithole, but yeah, I get
exactly.
You.
Do you know what I mean? And if they've got the same goals for that in Trafford and the surrounding areas, then that means that's great, to be honest with you. So it's a lot. Like I say, it's going to be a long process. It's not cut and dry that it's going to be the Qatari owners, but it's a start, and we all make our own choices, and people won't be happy with it. People will be happy with it, and we'll see where we are. But it's just a great day in terms of having it drawn and underline that the Glazers are looking to sell or are potentially going to sell the club. Can I just quickly say before I move on? Obviously, as you know, I always check the chat because it makes me laugh.
Yeah.
Fraser in the chat, you are rattled, my friend. City fan in the chat is absolutely rattled.
Yeah, of course, man, of course.
Oh, I'm absolutely loving it. And you know what? Rival fans have got a right to be scared because the one club that doesn't need a rich owner is Manchester United. So when we get one, it's night, sweetheart. See you later.
There you go. Facts. I'm just going to bring you a little bit more information about Sheikh Jassim bin Hamad Al Thani. He's a lifelong Man United fan. Yes, I repeat, he's a lifelong Man United fan and a chairman of Qatar Islamic Bank. He was educated at the Royal Military Academy. He was previously a board member of Credit Suisse Group. Zishan, from what you kind of know, are we in safe hands here? You know what I mean? These guys here, are they well respected? Are they kind of like the ones now United fans should be looking forward to as getting Man United to where they belong?
I think if we look at the PSG structure, they've dominated the league. They've completely dominated the league. Of course, they haven't found that Champions League success which they're craving. But I think it will be very good for the football club in general because look, we haven't won a trophy in God knows how long. But the investment, the training facilities are a joke at Carrington. Look what Ronaldo said. Big Cristiano Ronaldo went out there and literally exposed the training facility. So even just getting investment around the training facilities, like you guys said, the area, the stadium, maybe a new stadium, maybe they take down Old Trafford. I don't know what fans will feel about that. But look,
I wouldn't mind me.
Old Trafford, it's honestly, it's literally breaking as you enter the building, man.
Yeah.
It's the seats are rotten. I don't know. We do need some big investment, but the roof is leaking. But it's all about on the pitch, and from what I'm hearing, they want to support Ten Hag and his coaching staff, which is a big thing. But they do want to make substantial changes in the boardroom, and I'm looking at those current CEOs we have in place.
Yep, 100%, man.
They won't be safe, man.
Yep. You know what, Flawless? You know, when you look at what's needed, you know, Zishan's right, man. There's a lot to kind of we need at this football club, and now you know, we can make strides now to kind of making this possible. We got like April, you got May, June, and then you obviously got the preseason summer. We've got like a head start now, so let's use this time wisely. Hopefully, the Ray Group cooperate. You know what I mean? They should do when he's put that money forward and he's kind of put it there and said, listen, here it is, take it and kind of leave it, innit? You know what I mean? So
exactly. And that's what I like from what's been said in that small statement is it's all about the football club. That's what he's mentioned first and foremost. You know what I'm saying? The men's team, youth team, like that's what it's all about. We all know Old Trafford needs investment. I say it all the time. United should we should give ourselves the best possible platform to succeed. If we get beat to a league title, then we get beat to a league title by a team that was just better over a 38-game season, and that's cool. It shouldn't be because we can't financially compete. Manchester United should never be in that situation. The amount of money that we create, you know what I'm saying? The amount of revenue We're an absolute financial juggernaut. We should never be in a situation where our worldwide powerhouse, I'm just talking in terms of a brand, in Manchester United, should be failing, should be unable to compete financially with anybody. And that's what I like about this. I don't want us to go the Chelsea route and spend 600, 700 million. I'm not saying that. I'm saying whatever player Ten Hag wants, he should be able to go and get. If, for instance, if we went in for Bellingham in the summer, we should go and be able to compete with whether it's a Liverpool, a Chelsea, a Real Madrid, whoever's in for him. And if he chooses to go elsewhere, that's calm. That's how I'm looking at it. And so someone who said, yeah, United have spent money. Manchester United fans have never complained about the lack of money we've spent. It's how it's been spent. Zijank's mentioned, has mentioned it there in terms of people in CEOs on the board. They need to be replaced. That's where it is. Our whole footballing structure has been terrible because the money's there. It's clear as day. The money's been bought for the first time this last summer, where the money where you can say it's actually been spent well. There's no plan. You know what I'm saying? Ollie should have never been here as long as he should have been. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just I'm just using him as an example. If the correct people are in charge, he's not here for that long, which has helped set us back. Because we've seen how Ten Hag's worked on a same environment that everybody said was detrimental and nobody would be successful here. And I said you can be successful under the Glazers because we've seen managers do it. Is it ideal? No, but we've seen Van Gaal do it. We've seen Mourinho. We've seen both of those two win trophies.
Facts.
So it's like it can be done, and I expect us to go on and win trophies this season. But yeah, it all sounds promising, and the fact it's debt free as well. That's key.
Debt free, yeah. They don't want to take the money out.
I just want to add to that as well. And the important factor is, look, these guys they own PSG. It's been an experiment for them. They know exactly now how to run a football club. They have people around them who know how to run a football club and what they want. Whether that's just change the infrastructure, get new players in, get new whatever. They've had their experiment now with PSG. Now they're coming. Hopefully they get Manchester United and they make much better decisions.
Yeah, hopefully. I just wanted the bid to be like, yeah, official bids are great. I need it to be accepted so that I'm fully in. Once it's fully
we can't control. We can't control that.
That's what I'm waiting on. Like, I love the fact there's been an official bid, but I need the acceptance. I need the Glazers. I need the Qataris or whoever's in charge to be like, we're in charge. That's what
news.
I want. Go on.
We got breaking news. Apparently, Sir Jim Ratcliffe has tabled his bid for my United Football Club. Guys, there's only 281 likes. There's over 1,000 of his here. Shame on you, man. You don't feel Qatari, man. Hey, you lot taking liberties, man. What's going on, man? Bump up them likes. You know what I'm saying? And that. What is this Liverpool attack conversion rate? Yo, exactly.
What is going on? What is going on, man? Bump that
Cody Blackmore out here. Can I ask you a quick question? We were talking about PSG there, and you're saying that they've seen what it's like to run a club now. Do you think once they get the behemoth that is Manchester United and they realise what an actual massive club around the world can actually do you think there's potential that they might get rid of PSG because they'll think Manchester United's what we need to focus on? And
it's two different entities, ain't it? Two completely different people who own both clubs. I don't see PSG being sold by Qatari owners now.
Is it because it would be? I know it's two separate entities, but it's funneled by the same backing, though. At the end of the day, it's not. But
yeah.
Do you not think there will be any conflict of interest? For me, I don't know how they'd run it, but I think.
But based on what people are saying, UEFA have given Qatar the green light to bid, but then now I believe Qatar would need to provide evidence to the Premier League, supporting documentation in terms of that they are separate entities and there's no conflict going on with PSG. So I think now the issue comes with the Premier League and obviously the FA. And we know how stubborn they can be at sometimes. So
big up to Tariq. Big up to Tariq. He says, guys, I'm from the area and I know Qatar pretty well. It's not a business for them. It's about pride and spreading Qatar around the world. So they will spend whatever it takes to achieve that. Thanks for the inside knowledge, Tariq, man. I can understand that as well because they wouldn't want to blow these guys away. They want to blow the Emiratis away, you know what I mean, and blow Man City away. So they'll be one of them. You've got one of the richest people in the world, and then you've got Man United, who's almost like a rich entity in itself. So it goes well. Like we are a match made in heaven. You know what I mean? When you actually deep it, I don't think this is a match made in heaven, but he has come in and he has got involved. Exclusive. So Jim Ratcliffe has tabled his British bid for Manchester United. What I don't know. Why I understand why they said his British bid. Like,
Why the British?
all about?
Yeah, it's
Like,
already, and that
what
being
is
said,
this?
people in the chat, has there been, what's the reported price he's bid as well? Because what is the one from the Qataris? Is it 4.5 billion? Is that what they're saying?
You know, 5
Is
billion,
it
5
five?
billion.
It's 5 billion. Okay. Now I'm just interested in terms of numbers.
But why
That's
did
all.
they say
I'm
British
questioning.
bid though? What does that?
We know
like,
why they
are they
said.
trying to use
We know why they
emotive
said.
language?
We know
What
why
if-
they said British.
What
bid.
if someone
We know.
else? What if someone else from Britain then bids? Have they got to change it then to regional? Or the Mancunian bid is now Jim Ratcliffe. We've had the Scouse bid. Scousers can't afford it. Never mind. No, it's all right. It's okay.
Hey, shout out to the
Yeah,
Scousers,
man,
man.
it's
I
crazy.
think shout out to them. Shout out to them.
Yeah, big
You know
up
what
the
I'm saying?
Scousers. Yeah.
Big up them, man. You know what I'm saying? I know the Liverpool fans is devastated. I've seen miserable Liverpool fans all down my timeline. It's like, the bid ain't even,
Yo.
like, the takeover's not even happened yet. You know what I'm saying?
Have you seen Hassam's tweets? He
Yeah,
has lost it.
Oh, has he
Bro,
lost it?
he has lost it. He's lost the plot. Go and have a look at his tweets, bro.
I'm definitely gonna, because
He's
he was
lost
telling
the
me,
plot, mate.
he was telling me it was Qatar. They was getting Qatari owners. This is what he was telling me. He was on stream in the full. You know what I'm saying? He had the full
Bro.
outfit on and everything, the headband, the whole nine.
He's
You know what
got.
I'm saying the other week.
He's changing profile picture to Salah crying, bro. It's mad. He's lost
Yeah.
his.
Because you know what it is? He thought they were getting. He thought they were getting these owners. That's why he was
Yeah, big
convinced.
time.
And that's why I don't
He's
get
lost-
ahead of myself. You gotta wait for these things to happen. But hey, shout
Yeah,
out
you
John
got to
Fab, man.
materialize, man. It's got to
Yeah, man.
materialize. Big up to Jermaine Johnson. Mod me up, please, sir. Yeah, I will do, bro. Give me a second and I'll do it now after I read the super chat here. He says, "Yo, what's good?" He says, "I'm going to hit different when when that reported 4.5 million euros bid gets rejected as some American consortium swoops in. That Qatar bid seems low." Well, listen, mate. What's good? You need to chill in it because this is happening, man. So you thinking that, you know what I mean? Something else is gonna happen, mate. You know what I mean? Like, relax yourself.
Wait,
It's like a house. It's like a house, isn't it? You're not gonna go in with your maximum price. You're gonna test the water. Test the water and see what's what. And then,
I'm sure you lot in the chat watch The Apprentice. You see when they have the negotiation task. You know what I'm saying? And they have to start lower when they're trying to get stuff cheaper. This is how negotiations go. You lot play FIFA. You know how this runs. And to him saying the Qatar bid seems low. Would 4.5 billion would that not be one of the highest bids for a football club? Would it not be? Would it top the list? Would it be top 3?
I think so.
That's better be the highest, would it?
It'll be the highest. Yeah, it'll be the
highest. But man, saying it's low.
Breaking.
Record breaking, but it's low.
Yeah.
The only people it'll be low to is the Glazers because they probably expect 6 to 7. That's who it's low to. But it's not low.
Yeah.
It's probably
It's
the right price.
Probably the right price. You know.
They can't dilly dally around with this now because at the end of the day, you know what I mean.
Dilly dally. Great use of dilly dally, Saeed. Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
man. I just feel like they can't dilly dally. I just don't know. Like Zishan, tell me if Sir Jim comes in, should United fans be worried? Is obviously he's still British. He's a British richest man. You know what I mean? He's still got a bit of money, but would it be a concern or would it'd be for me? It'd be kind of like a little bit of a I don't know. I feel disappointed because I'm like, bro, we had my man in it. You feel me? Like we had my man, and then we got this guy. You feel me?
Yeah, it's a bit exactly that's it. Would be a bit disappointing. Like you're getting the worst out of the two that have come forward.
Basically,
yeah. So I think how he operates his business. Obviously, is the most richest guy in Britain. So he's got some backbone about him. You just don't become the richest guy in Britain without, you know what I mean, being a good businessman. So it's just we just all want the Qataris based on what we're hearing from a lot of United fans, and it just would be a big downer, man, if we're sold to Sir Jim Ratcliffe because it's he's borrowing money in order to fund his bid, and that's the complete difference. We don't need to look into the details. It's borrowed money. Qatari money is debt free, and that's the big deal.
Look at this. Laurie Whitwell has come in. Sorry, I got you off. Laurie Whitwell, who's obviously, you know what I mean, is a well-known journalist, works for Man United closely. He said has made a bid for Man United. Sources close to proposal say Radcliffe wants to put Manchester back into Manchester United should he take over. Go on, Dominic. You want to react to that as well as what you were going to say anyway?
What does that mean? I don't know what that. I don't know
I don't know. But you know,
does that mean he's going to move Old Trafford from Trafford? Is that what?
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't get it. One thing I was going to say about Sir Jim, because when it first, obviously, he was the first person that we knew that was going to bid or was interested in buying United. I think when it come out, I think it was first sort of reported it was going to be Ineos and not actually a Sir Jim alone bid. And I think people would have backed it like because their turnover was what 66 billion a year or something like that. And I think if it had been them, I think they seem a lot more sort of cash ready, or it wouldn't have been a sort of on debt like Sir Jim's going to do. And I think that would have been a lot better. But I think because it's going to be him, and it sounds like it's not as bad, but similar to the Glazers, where it's paying off debt, which we don't want. And it's not a case of I wouldn't want that if it was Qatar or if it was Saudi or America. And I don't want that from any potential owner from Manchester United. We're sick of that. Like I said, we want to get out from that cloud and move on and face a successful future. And whoever that is, it doesn't have to be Qatar for me. It's just the fact I just want the Glazers gone. That's what I want. So
yeah.
I say it again. I've said it a few times. The biggest thing for me tonight, and the reason why I'm so happy, is that it's confirmed that they are potentially going for good, and that's all I've wanted. So whoever it is, I'm happy. To be fair,
facts. Big up to Knowledge. Anthony says here, when the Qatari bid is accepted, the rest of the Premier League will all be saying it ain't easy. Saeed boy, I'm telling you, man. They'll be sweating, man. They'll be sweating. Big up to Junior, member of the channel, said it's funny how all these rival fans are in our business. These men are shaking, bro. Guess who's back? The sleeping giant is waking. Tremble in fear. Listen, I think it's going to be a case of now. You know what it is with me, with Jim Ratcliffe? And this is nothing against Jim Ratcliffe. I'll be a hypocrite to say I wanted him as a Man United owner, but you don't judge life like based on that moment. You look at it, you think, right. So Jim Ratcliffe made sense when the whole Super League was happening and when the whole kind of facade of the Glazers leaving. That's when it made sense to me to go and get Jim Ratcliffe. That was when there was no competition. Now that there is competition, now there is suitable people that are better than Jim Ratcliffe and also debt-free as well in terms of not getting a loan and then paying the debt off of that loan, and then later on we could be in that position. I've changed my position on who should own Man United based on that, not, straight, you know what, I'll just take whoever. Now, you have to think differently now. There's other people involved, and now, for me, I would say, Qatari step forward and like I said, take the initiative, and hopefully they should get it. But it just depends on what he's bidding. Like if his bid is Zishan, 5 billion, what happens then? Is it a case of who the Glazers see best fit then? Is that what it is basically then? Yeah.
Yeah, I think it will be in the Glazers' hands. And of course, Rain Group will be advising the Glazers on who they think the club should be sold to. But even with Sir Jim Ratcliffe, I just think the articles that have just come out now, they're just disgusting, man. There's a lot of spin on it to make it a very UK versus Qatar thing going on. This put Manchester back into Manchester United, this British bid. These guys need to remember, this guy is a tax exile individual. So he earns all those pounds, all that money, right? And he does not pay a single amount of tax in the UK. So look, there's loads of different, like you can talk about the human rights with Qatar, you can talk about a lot of things that Ineos Group do. But I think going forward now, it will just be in the Glazers' hands. And obviously Rain Group will be advising them, but we need to understand Rain Group are an American bank. And if there's an American bid on the table, I think there could be something going on in the background with America.
I don't know, man. I don't know if I could do. Listen, nothing against America, man. Listen, I love my American people, yeah, but I don't know, man. I'd have PTSD, man. I knew American owners coming in. It'd feel like it'd be the same situation, man. But big up to Abdul Sheikh says we shouldn't be happy with whoever. Gotta be Qatar. That's my point of view. I want it to be a specific person. I don't know if I've missed another one. Big up to Knowledge and says, I disagree. Getting a better owner is more significant than just getting the Glazers out because we can get a worse owner like Radcliffe. Give me Qatar. Which American owner could come in though? That's my situation. Is I'm thinking, which American owner is it going to be the Ricketts? Like, God forbid, if it's a Ricketts.
It's anybody with money. If you're looking at it and you're trying to get into sports, and Manchester United are for sale, you're definitely looking at that. To acquire Manchester United, it's like, all right, we might not get this chance for another 10, 15, 20 plus years. So, of course, the Manchester United owners are looking to sell. There's now been 2 official bids been made. So that's anybody, whether it's someone from the Middle East, whether that's American, whether that's someone here in England. It doesn't matter. But all I want is whoever is buying us, one, like I always say, has the football club's football and interest at heart. That should be the first priority. Secondly, it's got to be your own money. None of this borrowing thing. I'm not with that at all and loaning and putting debt in the club. And all. If you haven't got the money up front, don't buy the club. That's how I look at it.
Facts, 100%, man, 100%. Guys, it's still 1.1k in the building. Guys, make sure you guys like the video. Apparently, there's a Mike Keegan update. He's blocked me on Twitter, man, like most of these journalists have, man. So, you know what I mean? If you see any updates from Perth or...
Because they hate. It's because they're hating on your shine, man, Saeed. That's what it is.
Yeah, man, listen.
Why has he blocked you?
I don't know, man. These journalists have blocked me, man. I don't know what it is, man. I think it was early days, man.
You got a voice, fam. That's the problem. You have a voice on a massive platform, and they don't have that. You know what I'm saying? That's what
I've been saying you run football Twitter, bro.
Nah, man, I try.
Literally, bro. You run that shit.
You have a voice, and then they might have double the followers of you, have a quote unquote bigger platform, but it doesn't hit us. When you say thing, it hits. You've trended. Yeah. Mike Keegan ain't never trended. Never.
Yeah, there you go.
You've legit trended.
Yeah,
there we go.
Yeah, they're saying that the Qataris, big up to Anna, says the Qataris are confident they will prevail with the bid of Man United. So it just shows you that AA that they say, yo, listen, you can't compete with us, bro. Like, little bro, chill out. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, Zisha, they can't. They say, yo, bro, we know we got the money. We know we can add on some more if we need to. But right now, we're gonna leave it at 5, and then we'll see what happens after that. But we know we're clear in it, and it's debt free as well. You're saying
they're coming in to clear the current debt. They're coming in to clear the current debt. They're offering that much to the Glazers. What I'm hearing, just under 5 billion, and looking to invest in the whole city. Looking to invest in a women's team. So it's a no-brainer, man. If you compare the two, it's a no-brainer. But everyone wants the Glazers out, and that will be the biggest win here.
Yeah, facts, 100%, man. And like I said, there's a few more rounds yet. Big up to Crunch Kings. There's a few more rounds yet. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be interesting, man. And like I said, Ten Hag, flawless, the right manager for all of this to happen. Like, it's crazy, isn't it? Like, the manager who, you know, will identify certain targets, will get the way he's playing. You know, it's beautiful that it's becoming Ten Hag and we can back Ten Hag.
Someone said it in the chat earlier, we deserve this. For everything we've went through with owners, with managers, with some of these players and their outbursts and their outbursts, our rivals being successful. We legit watch Manchester City and Liverpool be successful over this period of time, and Arsenal as well, if you want to class domestic cups. So yeah, man, about time that we're back in a position of power. Like, so that's what I really like about this. And yeah, look at the miracles Ten Hag's working right now with the team he has right now under these circumstances that aren't the best. So imagine who you give him more money and a better platform to succeed, what he can do. Now our summer window could change, because it could have been, we can only bring you 2 or 3 players. Now it might be 5 or 6. And we look at the window we just had previously. If we go and match that, who then knows what we can then go and do? 100%. So yeah, I'm with it. But yeah, of course, this is not going to be a quick thing. It ain't going to be Qatari's bid today and then tomorrow it's like, Saturday, they've taken over. It's going to be a long process. They even said it in the statement that the proposal, they'll release more details if appropriate, and if the bid is I think it was continued or something like that, the word said. So yeah, man, I'm just looking forward to it though. Exciting time to be a United fan on and off the pitch.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I mean, Double L, I was just gonna kind of go back to you in terms of, you know, there's going to be 2 or 3 more rounds of this. When do you want it to be concluded, Double A? When do you kind of want it to see? Are you just kind of, when it happens, or, you know, you want to get this done early as possible?
Let's say, first of all, Glazers, stop locking off my internet, please, because you're mad that I'm not happy about it. I'm trying to do something. Leave me alone, Avram and Joel. But seriously, like, it's very important that it gets done with enough time to plan for the summer, so we know exactly what we can spend in the transfer window. You know, I feel like, but the Glazers will drag it out till they get what they want. That's the whole point. They don't care about Manchester United. They've never been Manchester United fans. Don't give two hoots what the fans think, as you know and you've seen. Has been evident for many years.
Yeah.
It could drag on. It could drag on. It wouldn't surprise me if, one last kick in the balls. They wait until after, during the summer transfer window, and then we're scrambling for players. Wouldn't surprise me one bit, to be honest with you. But one thing we know about Ten Hag, he'll be planning for this summer regardless. So we'll know his transfer targets, options, hopefully options A, B, and C. But then we've been saying, hopefully it's by, the start of April, end of April, gives us enough time to get in, and then they'll get cracking straight away to work with Ten Hag to get some players in. We're all talking about Mbappe's now and Bellingham's. Forget all that. I want an AI Ronaldinho. I want an AI R9 at Old Trafford going sick. That's what I want to be seeing. It'll just be good to see the potential that we can go buy anyone we want again. We've seen in the summer overspending and struggling, and January, 2 loan signings when Chelsea are doing a madness and Arsenal were potentially on course to do a madness, didn't quite pull it off. But, teams like, I think pretty much every team in the league outspent us almost. So, that's not good for Manchester United. So the fact that we can go and get who we want when we need it is more important. But the first things first is, we take it one step at a time. Let's see who it is that's bidding for us, who's got the best bid, who's got the best interest of the club at heart. And then, hopefully they win. But at the end of the day, it's out of our hands. It's nothing to do with us. We just kind of got to sit back and accept whoever it is that takes over.
Big up to Sandeep. HG is dead. He says Rashi, Osman, and Mbappe. It ain't easy. Listen, man. Listen, that would be a crazy, fun free. Big up to everybody still watching, guys. Keep smashing the likes up the video. Fabrizio Romano just tweeted. He says, after Sheikh ThanI, also Ineos bid for Man United has been submitted tonight. So Jim Ratcliffe wants to buy the club as stated in public. The proposal is now confirmed per Athletic. So listen, it's exciting times. And like I said, what's crazy here is that it's happening. It's happening while the game's happening as well, Zishan, because we heard about it when the game was on. Like, it's just crazy, man. This could like happen at any moment, any time. You don't know what's going on now. It's exciting times, isn't it?
Yeah, you don't know what's going on, and there's a lot of people there's a lot of potential bidders that haven't even come forward with their statements. So over the next few weeks, we could be hearing of new bids, new proposals, even possibly partial investment proposal as well. So it's something that will be interesting over the next few weeks. But it's going to be. I think the club. I think if we're sold before the summer transfer window, it'll be great. It'll be great to literally go into that transfer window with new owners, giving Ten Hag the support he needs, ensuring he can buy who he wants, putting the right people above him. There was a director of football operations.
What was that all about?
I think,
was that a bit fishy? Like, because you wouldn't, if you're getting new owners, why would you appoint someone?
But I've been hearing it's to do with just the operation side of the players, in terms of what players are going to come in, what players are going to be sold. It's to do with literally the current player management around the club. So I think there'll be definitely another director of football involved, and I hope if whoever buys the club, I hope they allow Ten Hag to be involved in that conversation, because if Ten Hag and a director of football are involved, then they need to be on the same playing field. They need to understand who exactly Ten Hag wants, and then hopefully there's a structure in place for him to succeed and win us everything, man.
Bro, I'm telling you, man. Like I said, big up to my guy, Football Carnage Grizz, said Grizz Khan has just submitted a bid for Man United too. Listen, Grizz Khan, man, all them chicken wings and that you have, man. I'm telling you now, them chicken wings are expensive, man. So I believe you. I believe you, mate. I'm
Nah,
telling
man,
you
Grizz
now.
needs to go bid for Liverpool, man. That's what he needs to do. Go bid for Liverpool.
Yeah, go and save them.
Go get FSG out, man. Hey, hashtag
Go save
FSG in
that,
though. But we can
FSG in, man.
All
Come on.
day.
100%.
I just quickly, I just heard, the new director of operations today. Someone tweeted, I thought it was hilarious, that the only reason he got a job is because Murta got his mate in, so that when he gets sacked, he gets a nice big payoff by Qatar.
Wow.
But that wouldn't shock me.
Crazy.
That wouldn't shock me.
That's crazy, man. But I hope they're all gone, man. They all need to go, man. Richard Arnold, John Myrtle,
100%.
all of them need to go.
Best in
Get
class.
new, yeah, man. Get the
Go
best
get the
in
best
class.
in class. Yeah, 100%. And that's why I hope
I
these
want
new
the
owners.
PSG guy, man.
Yeah, I'm hoping the new owners get in early so they can put all these things in place for the window. Because this thing is going to take time in terms of putting all these people in place. If we're talking to DOF, CEOs, recruitment, scouting system, youth team, all of these things is going to take time. So hopefully they're in early so then we are ready and set and we know all our targets by the summer window. Because we still got a big job in terms of the playing stuff. Massive job in terms of the playing stuff. Well, now it seems if this happens, we'll have the finances to go and get everything we need in one window. We could do it Chelsea in terms of go and spend a ridiculous amount in one window to put things right, which, hey, I'm all for, and get some of these players off the books. You're talking about getting rid of certain people behind the scenes. Certain people in the squad got to go.
100%.
If these players are not good enough, got to go. They got to dip.
Yeah.
Maguire, we're talking to you, son. Many in the back that get locked off again by bloody Harry Maguire.
We all know Maguire's one. You know what I'm saying? It's more he's top of the list. But he was talking about leaving in January, but he's definitely top of the list. 100%.
Yeah. I've got a listen, man, the Athletic are on overtime today with their PR, man. But listen, let's get Adam Crafton involved. Sources close to Ratcliffe bid also say that any money borrowed to fund the takeover of Man United will be borne by Ineos Group rather than the club, meaning no fresh debt will be added to MUFC balance sheet. I mean,
I even go lie. I don't even know what that means. What is borne
basically,
by Ineos?
it's not add on to the debt. I'm guessing Zishan, that is not basically. It's not.
They'll absorb the debt.
So yeah, it's a debt that Ineos will take on. Yeah. But look, in order to pay a debt off, they could easily take dividends out the club to go and pay the Ineos debt off. It's simple. What you're being told is literally just to get more support from the United fans and especially the English media.
Yeah, basically, isn't it? You know what? It's easy to kind of like write it like that, innit? But it's not the true reality of how it happens, innit? Whereas you've got the Qataris who are literally saying, "Listen, we'll just fully wipe the debt." Simple as that. Like no kind of like we'll lead it on to this kind of loan and this kind of loan. Like we'll just wipe it off. There's no kind of situations happening. It's black and white.
There's nothing down the line that's going to come back to where you're like, oh, geez.
Basically.
Nothing to worry about,
It's simple. They've created a foundation called, I believe it's called 9-2 Foundation. They've created a foundation. They've literally going to put the bid through that foundation, and that's it. It's literally, they are the owners of the football club. Simple.
Yeah, 100%. I'm going to read a super chat here. Is Ahmed says, who chooses the new owners? It will be the Rain Group who advises the Glazers, and they're kind of in control of the ownership and the handover of Manchester United Football Club to the Rain Group. Big up to Julian says, shows how bad these leeches are given they receive record-breaking bids and they're still trying to milk it. It will. And like I said, you know what I mean? The PR now. Listen, Man United and Neil Ashton. I don't know if you guys know, but Neil Ashton is in charge.
Forgot about him. Neil Ashton,
Yeah, he's still around, man. He's still around, people, man. He's still around. So Neil Ashton will be involved in the continuous PR that's going to be going around for the next week or two. Absolutely. So it's all about United fans to stay focused, isn't it? And just kind of like, and kind of and just see where we go. So yeah, like I said, I'm just gonna read Sir Jim, Ben Jacobs' tweet here. 1 second. So he's kind of followed up on the kind of stories that are coming out. Jim Ratcliffe's Ineos have also submitted the bid to buy Man United. Ratcliffe's initial valuation is lower than the Qatar's, but price is changeable as bidding process continues. Ratcliffe has what's been termed as fan-centric approach and is a lifelong Man United fan. Ratcliffe felt last year's that Glazers didn't want to sell the club. He told FT they didn't want to sell it. We can't sit around hoping one day Man United will become available. There's also something else that he said here. I forgot what he says here. This one here. Sources close to Radcliffe say, although money will be borrowed to finance any deal, Ineos will assume the debt. It will not be burdened on Manchester United. It's funny how it's a less bid, Zishan. So I don't understand. Is that the way it's going to be working? They put the highest bid in, so why should there be more bids? I don't understand that. If Qatar put in the highest bid, then should Jim Ratcliffe should match that surely.
I think in terms of what I'm hearing from people who I've been speaking to, especially around the Qatar bid, they've been telling me Sir Jim Ratcliffe is not really involved in a race to buy Manchester United because of the money involved. And if it's below what the Qatars have bid, and the Glazers, what we're hearing reports that the Glazers believe the Qatar bid is lower than their valuation, then I don't think he stands a chance. But like Ben Jacobs says there in his tweet, it's a fan-centric approach. Him being born in, I'm not sure where he's born. I'm not sure if he's Manchester.
Failsworth.
Okay, so I think they're trying to push that incentive forward to Rain Group and the Glazers, and hoping the Glazers accept it that way. But the Glazers just want money. They want the most money on the table, because you need to understand the Glazers bought Manchester United. How much was it in 2005? £700 million.
Yeah.
And to be selling that off now for what, £5 billion is crazy.
Yeah.
So
especially with the depth, no depth as well that they have to take over. You know, I mean, everything's clean. Like they can walk away with a new venture with $5 billion in their pocket. Like they've done the biggest. Like, you know, I mean, I've been watching something on Netflix the other day, man. Like, and I thought that was a madness. But these guys have done the biggest finesse ever. You know what I'm saying? Like, these men are
biggest flip going. I just say, from what I understand in terms of the bids, say, because you said it. There's his, Sir Jim's is lower than Qatar.
Yeah,
I
but
think,
it can be interchangeable.
I think what the first bids allow you to do is have access to the accounts and the debt, and then I think that all the bidders will look through that, and then what United will do is ask for your final bid, and then I think the prices may change when you look after the books and stuff, and then you'll see the final bids come in, and then they'll go from there in terms of choosing.
And also, and also the second quarter results, the financial results, I'm hearing will be out, I believe, 1st of March, and that's also when the CEO Richard Arnold will be speaking. And I think it's something to keep an eye on in terms of how they feel the bidding process is going. So we will definitely hear from now and the end of the season. We'll definitely hear from Richard Arnold once those quarter two financial results are out, and then we'll have more of an understanding of who leads the purchase of Manchester United.
And I think first bids are always, we already said already, are tested bids. So he wouldn't have put that bid in thinking, all right, I'm going to match the Qataris or match whoever or over. It's like, all right, let's land this bid because we know that estimated reports are going to come out of what the value is. And I'm sure the Glazers will say to him, well, this such and such have offered X amount. And it's like, do you want to match that? Do you want to beat that? And that will be the bidding process back and forth. Because we know what the Glazers are like. They're going to sell to the highest bidders.
But I think what the Glazers have valued Manchester United is pretty fair, because I think what Chelsea was sold for 4.2 billion pounds.
Is it 4.2 billion Chelsea?
4.2 billion with a promise that Todd Bowley had to sign a promise that he would invest 2 billion into the squad and the staff,
and not take anything out for 10 years. I think it's something like that.
Yeah. So I think those kind of contract agreements, because Rain Group are the same people who organise that sale of Chelsea. So I think contracts will be written up similar probably to that, in line with the Premier League's advice. But But yeah, I think if Chelsea are being sold for 4.25 billion, I think Manchester United, I think the Glazers are, we don't like them, but I think the Glazers are right. Manchester United is worth 6 billion.
That's I don't mad at them, but I just want them to sell him. But yeah, if they want 6 billion, all right, cool, get your 6 billion. Just sign the papers and disappear, please.
Yeah, and I think for me, it's interesting
Yeah,
when you know
4.2 billion. Yeah,
they're all coming out saying what they want. Fan centric means absolutely nothing to the Glazers, and so it doesn't matter what he wants to do because they don't give a shit, and they want to take the money and run, and that's all they'll do. So whoever pays the most will get the club, and that's what we need to remember. So Qatar coming out and saying what they're saying sounds amazing, and it's everything that United fans want. Sir Jim may come out and say the exact same thing, and that's what every fan wants. Elon Musk might come out the woodwork and offer 8 billion and don't give a crap. Turns United blue, and you have to pay to have a bloody tick on your seat and all this nonsense. And now he'll win. So it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. We just have to accept who buys the club, and you want the owners that have the best interests at heart. But at the end of the day, like we have been stuck with these leeches for 17 years, it could be anyone. And we just have to remember that, really.
Facts. Let's round it off with a couple more super chats before we wrap it up. MEK Stanley says, why did the United stakeholders and the FA allow United to be bought through leverage buying? Do they realize it's a scam? Well, obviously at the time there was no, we had the labor in power, they didn't help us out as well. So there was a whole leap of situations in it, Zishan, at the time that Man United didn't get the help that they needed to, did they?
Yeah, back then I think there wasn't a lot of it, the money involved in football now is completely different to what it was back in 2005, and there wasn't a lot of support from like you said, the current government in the United Kingdom. So I think now it's completely different. That will not be allowed. And
there's a Glazer rule now. There's a Glazer rule. You know what I mean? They've actually made a Glazer.
Is that Glazeronomics? So, is that what people call it?
Glazeronomics. It's crazy, man.
Exactly. Jermaine says the Glazers' first 10 years, we won the Prem 8 times, 2 Champions Leagues as well.
And we should have won more. We should have won more.
We should have won more, exactly. Yes,
we could have won more than that, the way they did us. Go back and look at some of them transfer windows. Go back and look when we sold Ronaldo, what we reinvested in that team. We lost our most valuable asset. Look at the windows responding to that. It's just that we had the greatest manager of all time at the helm, who was working miracles. That's what that was. If you put any other manager in that situation, United don't win that much. Bear in mind, David Gill's upstairs as well. Like, let's not forget those two pieces of David Gill, two important pieces of that puzzle. Yeah, but as I say, it's Ferguson. Like, that's not normal. That's Sir Alex Ferguson doing GOAT things. That's David Gill doing his thing. Them Glazers have been nothing but leeches, and we won despite of them, not because of them.
Facts. 100%, man. 100%, man. Absolutely. Guys, we're going to wrap it up here. It's been a pleasure. You know what? I've loved this talk. Like I said, you know what I mean? This is going to be many updates on the channel. So make sure you tuned in to ThanI TV. Zishan, man, I think this is your debut on the channel, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me on, bro. I appreciate it, man.
Like I said, man, make sure you go follow Zishan. Let them know what you do on Twitter, Twitch as well. You need
Twitter
to be on
page,
YouTube, man. YouTube next.
I need to start YouTube now, man. But Twitter page Zishan XZ, and then my Twitch link is in my Twitter page, man. So yeah, please follow, support, and hopefully I'll be on YouTube and hopefully back on your channel again, bro.
Appreciate it. Nice one, bro. Appreciate it, man. Make sure you guys follow him. Obviously, Man Like Flawless, most hardworking YouTuber out there. Let them know where they can find you, bro.
Love people at Sarcasm City TV. You already know. Get at that on YouTube and Twitch. Live every day on Sarcasm City TV. More often than not, twice a day. Content, obviously Manchester United content on there, but other Premier League. The other big 5 that make all the big 6 plus more. So make sure you check out sporting content on the Twitch, NBA content as well. Upcoming live stream schedule on both. So you know all the shows that are coming up. But yeah, Sarcasm City TV on YouTube and Twitch. And That's Me Flawless on Twitter and Instagram. So follow me on both of them.
Come on. Link in the description. Saeed Ali said Lee Mason got the fire. Yep. Listen, man. The Arsenal fans, man, when they start to get involved, man, the Arsenal fans, they don't mess around, man. So,
and actually, before you continue, I'll be going live after this as well, people. I will be going live after this. Saeed, have you set the rate for me, please?
Yeah. I'm gonna set it up right now,
Get
literally.
out of the way.
Bye,
Yeah,
bro.
man, we'll go live.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
that's
set it
all
right
good. I
now,
remember
bro.
you mentioned it to me beforehand, didn't it? So yeah, I'll push this forward.
Absolutely.
Let me go live.
Big up to we've got a super chat here from Junior. Says big up Saeed, big up brothers, quality stream, love. Yeah, man. Make sure you guys follow Double A on his channel as well. You get me, Double A. Let them know where they can find you, man.
Yeah, man. Big up to Saeed as always. Flawless. Zishan, good to meet you, bro. It's been a good chat. Double A, I am the kit head, talking kit. Obviously, you can see I'm into my kits, training gear, and all that. Yeah, we've got the best football kit content in the world. Come and check us on YouTube, like I say, Talking Kit, Full Kit Rankers, Desert Island Kits. Just the best shows going. Just
That's
come over.
I mean, people. That's with the R, not a W. Just put
Yeah,
it
that's
out
that.
there.
Thank you.
There you go.
You got it. You know.
I know your rollout, man. I know your rollout.
Taking my sayings and all that, I'll let
I
you
know
off
you're-
because it's flawless. Flawless is allowed, man. You know what I mean?
I know
But now,
I just wanted to be involved, man. I just wanted to be involved.
Next time we'll get Saeed to say it Sunday. Oh, we'll get Andy to say it. I bet Andy will.
Yeah, Andy will be better.
But yeah, big up everyone.
Absolutely.
The chat popping off as always. It's always good to have it, man.
Absolutely. Guys, I'm just about to set up the raid now. Make sure you go to Sarcasm City TV here. I want to put the link in here as well, but also there'll be a link that guides you straight to their people. Go and head over to Sarcasm City. They'll carry on this conversation. Big up to everybody who's locked in. Like the video on your way out, and we're out, guys. Take care. Bye.